guys, it's Beata here, and I'm going to be guiding you through a yin practice. Just make sure that you've got a bolster or a cushion, something you can sit up on. And if you have a block or even a book handy at home, we'll be working with this as well. If you've got a strap or a belt, you can use this for the practice too. So we're going to begin in an upright seat, and just make sure that your hips are a little higher than your knees, so you feel you can soften through the hip flexors and really find ground through your sit bones. An invitation to soften your gaze or close your eyes as you extend your spine out of the bowl of your pelvis. Allow your heart to lift a little towards the sky. And feel your shoulders gently softening back and down as you start to tune into your breath. Letting your face be really soft as you just take a moment to arrive in your breath, arrive in your body. Without changing anything, we're simply noticing the natural rhythm of our breath. And I'll offer the communal intention or sankalpa for practice of Samtorsha. And this one can be translated to this feeling of contentment. Invitation to be really content with this simple awareness of our body and our breath, moving and breathing super slowly as we really take care and nurture ourselves. And remembering that sometimes the most spaciousness and the most freedom and contentment is actually found within the body. We'll begin our class with a Samavritti pranayama, or a box breath. You can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart for this one. We'll work with a 4-count breath so that we even the fluctuations of the mind and allow the nervous system to come back into this balanced rhythm. We'll take a clearing breath to begin in through the nose. Let it go out the mouth. Deep belly breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold at the top. Full exhale for 4. Release the whole breath. Hold at the bottom. Full inhale for 4. Fill up. Sip a little extra air at the top. Hold. Really soft in your face, your shoulders, your jaw. Exhale for 4. Release a little extra air at the bottom. Hold for 4. And we'll take 2 more rounds in your own timing without my counts. Feel free to lengthen or shorten the 4 count. Just listening into your body and working with your natural breath rhythm. might continue to take that extra sip at the top and release that extra bit of air at the bottom. And take your time, guys. When you're ready, just returning to your natural breath, relax your hands down into your lap and take a moment to notice how you're feeling after your pranayama practice. Maybe there's already a little more space for you to breathe. And then starting to slowly make our way over onto all fours. You can shuffle your cushion, your bolster off to the side. And just find yourself in a tabletop shape, really slow and controlled, softening the belly, lifting the gaze high. And as you exhale, round your spine, press the earth away. And you might like to sway the hips, the shoulders a little side to side, just feeling into the edges of your body here. Inhaling to soften your belly, lift your gaze high. Exhale to round your spine, press the earth away. Chin tucks as you gently rotate your hips side to side. Once more like this, warming up the spine, soften your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale to round, curl your spine. Gentle sway, hips and shoulders side to side. And then allow your toes to come together, your knees to come nice and wide, right out to the edges of your mat. So you can reach your hands underneath you. And see if you can find a child's pose with your shoulders tucked inside your knees, your forehead resting on the earth. And as you gently lay your forehead down, see if you can give it a little rotation from side to side. And imagine that you are releasing any busyness in the mind, any thoughts, any ideas, even a genius idea. Let it go for now so you can be fully present in your body, in your breath. And just seeing if you can direct your breath into that space behind your heart. So as you inhale, you feel that back body rising with the breath in. As you exhale, everything softens down towards the earth. Give yourself 6 more breaths like this, inhaling space behind the heart, exhaling to soften everything down. And you can take your time to complete those 6 rounds of breath. When you are ready to release, it's a slow roll up the spine. And just take a moment in an upright spine to center your energy. And when you're ready to move again, we'll make our our way forward, you can bring your bolster or your cushion along with you. And finding Anahata, this heart-opening shape. So from all fours, just starting to walk your hands forward, and you might rest your collarbones down on your bolster or cushion. If you know your body's quite open, you could work without your support of the bolster. It's a really nice yin variation to allow yourself to receive the support. So you can choose what works in your body today. If you are coming all the way down to the ground, you might like to place your chin or your forehead on your mat. And just taking care with your neck, giving it lots of space. And from your Anahata, sending your breath into that space behind the heart. You might gently press down through tops of the feet and your shins so you get a little more support through your pelvic floor, holding your body in space. And really allow your shoulders to soften down. You might close your eyes and really soften through the eyelids, let them be heavy. And allow this softness to flow down through your face, your cheeks, your jaw. Feeling the jaw release as your tongue just hangs out in the mat. Your mind wanting to join you for the practice as we ease into stillness. This is totally natural, and so I'll invite you to just observe your mind. Notice any thoughts that are present with you, and then take a really deep inhale. As you exhale out the mouth, allow those thoughts to drift off and bring yourself back to this full presence, full attention to your body and your breath. We'll just be here for 5 or so more of your full conscious inhale. And then super slow motion, almost like you're moving underwater. Start to walk your hands back towards the body. If you're working with your bolster, remove it off to the side. And we'll come to rebound on our bellies. Lay the body down, and you can choose if you like to bring one hand on top of the other and your forehead resting on your hands. Or you might prefer to let the hands rest beside you and bring one ear down to your mat. As you arrive in your rebound, give yourself a gentle sigh in through the nose, out the mouth. And then feeling into this opening of space behind your heart. And if you've got one ear resting on your mat, just gently rotate, bringing the other ear down so we balance through the neck. And when you feel ready to move again, we're making our way slowly back onto all fours. And working some more opening around the heart and lungs. We'll inhale to reach the right arm high. You might sink your hips towards your heels. As you exhale, reach that right arm underneath the left as far as you can over to the left. And your right temple might touch the earth as you lay your right shoulder down. And then you can choose if you like to walk your left fingertips forward. You can press into that left palm for support. Or you might like to find a bind with the left hand. So inhaling to reach the left arm high and rotate your palm to face behind you. Internal rotation through the shoulder as you come to bind. And that left hand might meet your inner right thigh. And once you've found a shape that works in your body, you might make a few little movements to settle in. And this could be a slight adjustment through the hips. It might be that you soften your weight down towards the earth. Really just allow gravity to do the work for you. And if you'd like anchor for your attention, your awareness, you could inhale to really expand your ribcage, opening those intercostal muscles out wide with each breath in. And with each exhale, imagine that your body is sinking a little closer to the earth and softening out any little edges of control or holding that may be present in the physical body. And it can feel good here to really Slightly rotate your right temple from side to side on your mat. And so we massage out the temple. Give yourself 5 or so more deep, conscious breaths in your shape. If you came to bind with the left hand, just gently start to unravel. We'll use that left hand for support to come back through center. And just tucking your toes here so you can lean back, lengthen your spine, and take a moment in a Japanese seat with your toes tucked. You might notice sensation or warmth along the right shoulder, right side body. If you'd like a little more space and opening for the soles of the feet here, the plantar fascia, you might lean back the body weight over the heels. You feel ready to move again. We're going to slowly make our way forward onto all fours. And this time it's the left hand that reaches up and back, sinking your hips towards your heels. As you exhale, threading that left arm up and underneath. Reach as far to the right as you can, and then rest your left shoulder down to the earth. You might walk your right fingertips forward, pressing through that palm for support. And you might gently rotate your right hip back and down. If you did so on the first side, just starting to reach your right hand up towards the sky. And turn the palm to face behind you, so you can gently come to bind. Maybe the right fingertips wrap around that left inner thigh or outer hip. Wherever your hand lands is perfect for your body. And then just softening into your shape. Connecting to your breath. And you might imagine that each time you inhale, you're sending goodness, you're sending love, or this prana, this life force energy to every cell in your body. And as you exhale, you're releasing any tension, any holding or gripping, any emotional stagnation or heaviness that you might be holding. Let it fall out of the body via your exhale. And this might mean you take a slightly stronger exhalation. feel free to really use your breath to support you to release whatever it is you want to let go of. And you might like to make this micro movement, massaging your left temple side to side. And then giving yourself 5 more conscious deep breaths into your shape. If you came to bind, gently start to unravel and use the right hand to support you to exit your shape. And slowly bringing your body back, and you might tuck your toes again to find your Japanese seat once more. And sitting back with your weight over your heels. And just allowing the body to recenter, realign, and noticing that warmth and energy flowing around your left shoulder. If it's too much for the soles of your feet with your toes tucked, feel free to release these anytime you need to. You can just sit down onto your feet. And when you feel like your shoulders are balanced, we're going to bring the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And just allow your left fingertips to touch the earth. And you might use your right hand around the back of the left ear, just as a gentle weight to open that left side neck. And there could be a really subtle movement of the right ear forward and back in space. If you find a really sticky spot or there's tightness in your neck today, you can pause there and give it a strong inhale. And let the exhale fall out the mouth to support you to release that tension. And then gently release the right hand from the head and bring your head back to center. Give yourself a breath or two at center. And then left ear starts to find your left shoulder. And keeping your right fingertips grounded. You can use the left hand to support you, just giving a little weight to the head. Left elbow leaning towards the earth as you open that right side neck. inhale and exhale, inviting it to release. And then gently allow the left fingertips to come back to the ground. Bring your head back to center. And then in your own sweet timing, guys, we're going to make our way back onto all fours for our lizard shape. And so you can choose with this one if you'd like to work with a prop or not. If you know you're quite open, you might not need your bolster. If you've got it handy, just bring it in case. We're going to step the right foot to the top right corner of our mat. And then you can choose if you like to be an upright lizard. So you might have your hands on your thigh and you could take a few pulses here into the hip. Just easing the body into this opening. Heart lifting, lots of space for the lungs. Or you might like to bring your hands down to your bolster or cushion. And this could be where you stay. If you'd like a different sensation, you might come down onto your forearms and really lean into the stretch. And if you'd still like more sensation, you could remove your bolster and bring your forearms right down to your mat. But just take your time to ease into a shape that feels good in your body. In Yin, we want to work with 70% of our edge. And so we're sitting right on that fence and not jumping over it. You want to feel like the body is a stretching and there may be a little discomfort, but no strong sensations or no pinching or pain. And so be really gentle and really curious with your body in this practice. And really allow your exhale to lengthen with every breath. The longer we can extend that exhalation, the more chance we have of the muscles releasing their guard over our fascia, this deep connective tissue in the body. And this is what we want to be accessing with our Yin practice. And so focus on extending your exhalation, encouraging your muscles to step aside and make way so we can access our fascia, this deep connective tissue that holds the whole body together. And feel free, guys, to make any little movements you like through your head, your neck. free to stay exactly as you are. If you'd like to explore a different sensation, you could come onto the edge of your right foot and use your hand to press the foot away, the knee away from the body. You might rest down on your left forearm here for support. And this could be where you stay. Option 2, bend your left knee and maybe reach the right hand back to take hold of the pinky toe side of the foot. You might gaze over your right shoulder. Find a posture, a shape that feels like it can support your body, where you feel like you can stay. And we'll be here for 6 more of your really deep belly breaths. Super slow motion, taking a lot of care as you release from this shape. We're going to find a rebound on the belly, and you might like to bring your bolster right to the center of your mat so you can lay your hips down over it. And then just bringing one ear to your mat, let your hands release beside your hips, palms facing up. Give yourself a good sigh as you arrive. And send your breath right down low into the belly for your rebound. If you're in a super comfy yin bliss land, feel free to rest a little longer. When you are ready to move again, we're going to slowly make our way back onto all fours. If you worked with your bolster on the first side, you can bring it in for support here as well. And finding our lizard lunge or our dragon shape with the left foot forward. And you might like to start in an upright dragon with your heart lifting, this little pulse through your hips, making space for the breath. Or you might like to bring your hands down towards your bolster or the floor, whichever you are working with. And this could be where you stay. If you like to go a little deeper, you might bring your forearms down to meet your bolster or the floor. Just easing in and remembering one side of the body is often really different to the other. And so be curious and enter the shape without judgment. Rather, this deep listening to your body and how you're feeling in this moment. And can you offer yourself this really loving, compassionate attention, inviting contentment with this simple awareness of your body and breath as you tune in and really take care of you. You might be content staying still in the shape you've chosen. If you'd like to explore a different sensation, you might remove your prop off to the side, and using the right forearm for support and pressing that left knee away from the body and coming right up onto the edge of your left foot. And it can feel good here to take a very subtle, gentle sway of your hips side to side. Just exploring that external rotation, that opening through your left hip and groin. And if you did so on the first side, you might start to bend through the right knee and maybe take hold of the pinky toe side of that right foot with your left hand. So we get this beautiful opening around the heart, a little compression into the back of that left shoulder. This one is quite strong, so feel free to ease in and out of it. And make sure that you choose a shape that works in your body. And we'll be here for 6 more deep, smooth, even breaths. Again, if you feel that tension creeping in, allow yourself a stronger exhale out the mouth anytime you need. when you feel ready to release, using your hands for support, really slowly, gently make your way back onto all fours, and then bringing your cushion, your bolster in for support. Just placing it underneath your hips as you come to rebound on your belly, opposite ear to your mat. Really releasing breath as you arrive. And just giving a gentle attention to this warmth and energy flowing around your hips, your pelvis. And starting to slowly bring the hands back in line with your floating ribs. So you can press up just enough to remove your bolster from beneath you. We're coming back to lay flat on our bellies and finding our open wing shape. So the right arm comes out long in line with the shoulder, your palm facing down. And then starting to rotate, left knee bending and planting that left foot behind your right knee. You could stay here with your left fingertips supporting you on the ground. And invitation to gently sway that left knee forward and back in space. And so you can add or subtract compression from the right shoulder. And when you feel like you've landed in your sweet spot in the body, you might like to bind with the left hand. Gentle internal rotation of the shoulder as you wrap it behind you. And maybe you tuck your fingertips in under your waist. And they act as a little support here to hold your body in space. And we're working a lot with opening around the heart and the hips in this practice. You might like to check in with your heart and notice if it's feeling light or heavy without judgment, just noticing. And as you breathe space into the back of your heart, can you be really brave and allow it to stay open, regardless of any kind of challenge or chaos that may be going on in our external environment? It's this practice of trusting our body, trusting our heart, and allowing it to stay open every day. to bind with your left hand. Just gently start to unravel. And we'll come out the way we came in. A slow motion rolling over onto our bellies to rebound. Bring your left ear down to your mat and allow your palms to rest beside the hips, facing up in this gesture of receptivity. Really gently starting to extend your left arm out long in line with your shoulder, palm facing down, and bringing your right foot up and back behind your left knee. And you might use your right fingertips for support here. And this gentle sway of your right knee forward and back in space. When you find a sweet spot in your body where you feel like you can stay, you might bring that right arm into bind and wrapping your fingertips under your waist for a little extra support here. Keeping this gentle awareness on your deep belly breaths here. Just see if you can soften your face even more. Allowing the tongue to release in the mouth, jaw open slightly. To bind, just gently start to unravel your bind. We use that right hand for support as we rotate back to center. And your shoulder might feel like it is ancient. This is perfectly natural. Just allow the shoulder to rest and soften as you bring your hands down and rest your right ear on your mat. And if you're super comfy on your belly and you feel like it's somewhere you can stay for Shavasana, feel free to take this upside down Shavasana. If you prefer to be on your back, you're just going to roll the body over and you might bring in some support with your bolster underneath your knees as you lay your body down to rest. And you can choose if you like to place your hands on your hips and reconnect to your breath for Shavasana. Or you might just allow them to rest, palms facing up besides the body. And feeling the whole body soft. Whole body heavy. Whole body surrendered into the support of the earth holding you. And really allow yourself to rest and soften down into that support. As you're resting in your Shavasana, I'll share with you some words from Jung Pueblo, one of my favorite authors. And he's writing on this idea of happiness, of contentment. They asked her, "What is real happiness?" And she answered, "Happiness is not fulfilling every pleasure or getting every outcome that you desire. Happiness is being able to enjoy life with a peaceful mind that is not constantly craving for more. Happiness is the inner peace that comes with embracing change." And so, invitation to feel into this contentment in the simple joy of connecting to your breath and your body through your yin practice. And to allow that happiness to come from the inside out. When you're ready, guys, just start to wriggle your fingers, your toes. You might take a yawn and a nice long stretch in the body, arms up and overhead. And then rolling over to one side and give yourself a moment on your side. Take a couple of breaths, check in, notice how you're feeling after your yin practice. You might even offer yourself some gratitude for giving all that love to your body. And when you're ready, we'll meet back up in our comfortable seat to close our practice. And you might like to bring your hands towards your heart, Anjali Mudra at the heart center. This little lift of our heart towards our hands. And we'll close with one simple releasing breath. When you're ready, take a deep bellied inhale through the nose. Let it go out the mouth. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. We bow our heads to our hearts so our hearts can lead the way. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for practicing yin with me today. I hope you're feeling nice and grounded and calm, and have a beautiful day.